Hey, everybody. It's Tyler Bradley, my son, and myself, Pamela G. Bradley, here coming at you with just a brief little session, so to speak, of what we're going to do with this challenge. We have a health and wellness challenge coming up. It's actually starting on Monday officially, and it runs through March 10th. It's a 60-day challenge through Nicole Wilkins, who is a four-time Miss Olympia in figure. And we have done some of her challenges before. And me personally, I'm really excited to do this challenge because I need to get my butt back into gear. And I do want to take off, release, be free to the world some weight that I no longer want to carry around on this body of mine. And I just want to have more energy and feel great. So Tyler has graciously said okay to come on because well, I'll let him share why he's doing this challenge. But we're just going to come on weekly for a quick meetup just to share kind of our wins for the week and how we're going to improve, and maybe some lessons or takeaways we've had about ourselves and what we're learning through the challenge, about our workouts, about our eating, about our sleep, about our water, about anything and everything that may come up. So that's what this is about. This one will be a little bit longer than probably the next few weeks because I'm doing this little intro here, but we're going to just go through real briefly. I'm going to ask Tyler why he wanted to join the challenge and what he's excited about. Let's start there. Tyler?
So probably in about May or June, I decided I really wanted to compete here in 2023. So I started bulking. I stopped cardio completely. Clean bulking, also some dirty bulking, so like Chipotle, that kind of stuff. But my main thing with this challenge I've done before is I saw great results. But this time I want to kind of go a little bit harder, like 100% on not only the diet, but push myself harder on the workouts just to get to my full potential. Because I do plan on competing, hopefully summer, fall of 2023. So this will kind of get me back into the swing of things of eating clean, working out, adding cardio. And it's going to just be a game changer, I think, to when I do step on that stage and do compete. And then also to, just almost have a new routine in the gym, because sometimes you can hit a plateau in the gym if you just keep doing the same workouts. But yeah, I'm excited to do it for those reasons.
That is very true. You bring up one really good point is sometimes if you are a regular in the gym, your workouts get to be a little bit of the same type thing that you're doing over and over. So this is a great thing. You bring up a great point that the challenge gives you a little bit different perspective, a little bit different workouts to get into. And like you said, add some cardio for you.
Oh, yeah.
And I know Tyler's not going to say this, but I will say when he did his last challenge, and even though he said it gave 90%, he looked fabulous. He looked like he could 100% step on stage and compete and place in the top 3, if not first, for sure.
I think to add to that, I think I went really well on the diet. I did all my prepping. I did all the workouts really well. I feel like I cheated myself sometimes. You're working a 9 to 5 or whatever, and then I would eat like some M&Ms or Reese's or have a sugar-free energy drink. So this time I want to eliminate all of that. So I feel like I did give 90% because of that. Now my workouts, I try to give 100%, but this time I want to give the diet completely my all and just see if there is a little bit difference, and there may or may not be, but I'm hoping to get to my full potential. That's pretty much where I'm at with.
That's awesome. That's what I want to also do, is just see the results after doing it all. Everything that's out there that she's throwing at us, how can I do my best at it and show up and just see what the results are at the end of the 60 days.
Oh yeah, we got this.
So when you did the last challenge, you talked about some of kind of the things you didn't give 100% at. How are you, first of all, in your prep, how are you going to do that. I think some of people may not even know what prep is or how you do that. Can you just kind of give a real quick
Description.
overview of what exactly prep is and kind of what it entails?
Yeah. So like, especially like with bodybuilding, you're wanting to fuel your body like pretty much every couple hours. So instead of me doing my typical 2 to 3 big meals, sometimes they're over 1,000 calories each meal. I've been getting a daily intake calories because I've been bulking about 3,000. So my calorie intake will actually go down to a little over 2,000 daily. So that will be easier to hit. But I will add to that, there won't be any junk. So it's actually a little bit harder to hit when you're eating clean. But so that'll turn into post-workout meal plus 4 other meals. So that I try to prep at least my lunches because I do work a 9 to 5. And then sometimes I just go ahead and cook post gym my protein shakes, my whether it be turkey bacon for the protein, egg whites. There's a long list of foods and nutrients you could use while you're kind of prepping or doing a challenge like this. And I've learned a lot just from the last time on what to do and kind of what not to do. But also, I know this experience this year will actually help me learn something else, whether it be different workouts, different way I can prep. But I basically always would recommend kind of at least trying to prep at least 2 to 3 days ahead of time, even if it's just like your lunches or a couple, like 2 of your 5 meals. Because one of the meals is a post-workout meal, which is like a protein shake and a fruit or some oats. And that's usually the easiest meal for me. It's the other meals that you have to do your protein, your carbs. But basically weigh your food, follow exchange list. Some foods aren't for everybody. Just make sure you're getting your lean protein, your fatty protein, your carbs, and basically just trying to hit your macros as close as you can. Nothing is perfect, but I know if you use like your FitnessPal app or whatever to track your calories and stuff, if you can hit it close, I feel like that's better than not trying at all. And then if you can narrow it down, which I did learn over time, to get it pretty precise, where you're hitting your macros every day. You might be off by a few grams or a few ounces, and that can be pretty critical when you're stepping on that stage to compete because your competitor might have hit it perfectly. And so that might knock you to second place or third place or further out compared to winning the competition. So
yeah, that reminds me, what you just said reminds me of, there's this meme out there that has back in the day when I used to compete, there used to be like this girl eating a piece of cake, and the meme was, this is what third place tastes like.
exactly. I point
because the first and second place person did not do that, right?
Exactly.
So
trained harder. You gave up on the last set, and that competitor did not, or they pushed herself to do another set, or they because towards the end of the workouts they are intense. Shout out to Nicole for those. Just the cardio, the HIIT workout.
Cardio.
Oh, the cardio especially. And I feel like the cardio, the HIIT cardios, the intervals, that's what really makes you burn off the fat. You got to be sweating. You got to be moving. You got to make sure you are monitoring your heart rate, keep it healthy. I try to stay off the pre-workouts and everything because I already know my heartbeat's going to be going naturally. So I kind of keep my supplements basic, maybe protein powder, aminos, BCAAs, and then maybe like your regular like fish oils and vitamins. Other than that, it's all from food. That's where you should be getting your nutrients anyways, and it's all healthy. Like condiments, they're optional. I try not to use any condiments, ketchup, that kind of stuff. I might use salt, pepper on some chicken, a little bit of steak seasoning on my steak, but other than that, I don't even really use much on my potatoes and stuff like that. So really, just if you're mindful of that kind of stuff, you'll see better results for sure.
Yeah. And also Tyler was mentioning MyFitnessPal, and that is an app to track your calories and macros if you don't know that. And if you're just beginning, a good rule of thumb is you can kind of look out there for guides of giving you what your general calorie intake should be for, whether you're male or female. You can look it up, current height and weight, and it'll be a guide. And I would tend to go to the higher end of the guide to start, just to see what happens. And then you can plug those figures into an app such as MyFitnessPal and keep track of your calorie and macro intake that way. And I'll just put a plug in. If you ever need help with that, I can help you with that. That's what I do. I'm a health and wellness coach. But that was a great reminder of our apps out there to make it a lot easier. And maybe on our next episode, we'll pick apart a couple of these things as things come up, like more about food prep or more about what HIIT cardio is, and kind of just give the basics of that for people that may not know what that is and how they can incorporate that into their workouts, into their, routines, and maybe mix things up for themselves. So we start this week. I'm going to do my shopping tomorrow to do my food prep. And I may start my workouts tomorrow, just because it's easier for me to do it since it's on Sunday, to start it on Sunday. But do you have any last wrap up of maybe advice for someone else that may be starting also this week, or this, as the new year, we have everybody that is wanting to start, not necessarily that are used to working out? Do you have any, you're a regular in the gym, and you're getting to be a regular of this food prep and these challenges and getting ready to step on stage yourself. If you were to give like one piece of advice to someone that maybe this is their first week of just even doing any kind of workout, what would you suggest?
That's what I wanted to add. I'm glad you brought that up. It can be very overwhelming. Even for me, when I very first did it, you're like, you have your grocery list. You're like, I got to weigh my food. I've never done that before. You buy a scale. You're like, I wasn't going this hard with my workouts, but just take it like one day at a time. It's a learning experience. So you might not get your macros right for the first couple days or first couple even weeks, but if you can get it close, you will start to learn. I remember last year, I was eating butter on my Egos and I was going over maybe a little bit on my fat. I eliminated the butter off the waffles and hit them on the spot. So it's little changes you can make. If I know it's intimidating, I've battled with anxiety and stuff like that going to the gym before, but once you get in there, no one really else cares about what you're doing. Go in there for yourself. Do the diet because your body's going to love that fuel you're replacing instead of the junk food or fast food or things with all these preservatives and frozen foods. Eat fresh stuff, fresh produce, fresh meats as much as you can do. You can do naturally. You can do vegan if you don't eat meat. It can be overwhelming, but just take it day by day and meal by meal and workout by workout, because she kind of has it in the challenge kind of scripted out for you to help you, but it can be overwhelming at first. And that's for anybody, even if you're not eating clean, just wanting to get in the gym, just show up. That's really the hardest part, because if you don't show up, you're never going to see results. But if you do show up, even if you're only getting 50% out of your workouts, that's better than sitting on the couch and not even doing anything. And I would even say, if you're not feeling the gym and you do have a lot of anxiety, there's home workouts. Go on walks, do your cardio at home. If you have an elliptical, a treadmill, stuff like that, ride a bike. There's cycle workouts. Jogging, running for your cardio. So you don't have to be in the gym necessarily, because I know some people just will never step in the gym because they feel like they're being judged. They feel like they're, too big, or, people are looking down on them. But a guy like me that's been going to the gym off and on since 2004, I've been going really hard the past 3 or 4 years. I never judge anybody. I actually build relationships and try to talk to people and help them. I've talked to trainers. I've talked to people that just come in there to work out. Sometimes I'm inspiring them to do better. Even trainers have told me that you show up every day, that inspires me to work out. So I would just say, try to uplift yourself, self-talk yourself in a positive way. And, you got this, we're all human. And if this is something you really want to do, go for it, because, we're not promised tomorrow. So
I love that. And Tyler brought up a good point. The best thing you could do is just show up. And whether that means you're taking a step outside to do a walk outside, or you are stepping inside a gym for the first time. And remember, at the end of the day, everybody's so into themselves. They don't care about you. They're not staring at you. They're so wrapped up in their own world. They're not caring. So you get in there and do your thing, no matter what it is. And show up, whether it be for 5 minutes or 50 minutes, it doesn't matter. The important thing is taking that first step. And if you continue to take that first step every single day, you choose that, you got it. You got it.
And I'm not to kind of get upset when people were staring at me in the gym. And I started realizing maybe I'm inspiring them by how hard I'm pushing myself. Usually I'm sweating when I'm lifting weights, pushing myself on the Stairmaster for 40 minutes or whatever. Maybe they're watching me because they're like, I want to do that as well. So don't ever feel intimidated by people. They're all there to get results, and that's pretty much it. So, are you at home? If you don't want to leave your house, because we know how that is.
And if someone's staring too much, give them a good wave.
Yeah.
and a hello. Well, thank you, Tyler. I'm very happy that we hopped on and did this. I hope that it helps somebody or inspires somebody out there to get on their health and wellness journey. And next week, we'll hop back on for a brief session of reflection of how the first week went. And so looking forward to doing that. And if you have any comments, post them below. If you have any questions, post them below, and we will address those on the next session. So see you all later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.